Hello, Fez. Thank you. And it'll be a happy World Goth Day for all of the goths today. I can't really see them. So, what is today? Today is the reason, no, I'm here because we made KA go on last night because I so didn't want to be here today. It's not, I didn't feel like pounding on therapy. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to come up every time hi, Rib Daddy, how are you? I didn't want to come on and complain that I'm having a bad day and I lost a cover for my car, the back boot part, not the whole thing, just a little bit. And I have no idea because I think I put it on Christine because it was broken all the way and I can't get a replacement part for that. So the feeling just went into overload. In Gorilla City, we do not outsource our willpower to algorithm. We do not let artificial intelligence dictate the path ahead. We become the path. Tell that to Duolingo. Hi, Clark. So yeah, then I had a complete meltdown in my head. People who know these know what they are. It's that your brain sits there and cries in a corner, but you're fine. My survival instinct always kicks in at that point like that. But I drove the whole way and back. Luckily, it was still on the island to see if it came off the car somewhere or walked around the grounds a couple of times, left a message on WhatsApp, trying to not feel like a complete doofus. So I'm here. Probably have to talk about Scientology a lot. That's why I'm like, what are you afraid of? You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of the whole damn country collapsing. How about that? Can't use that one against me, can ya? Good luck, Scientology. Got the message from BFF this morning because she's on disability and she's freaking out. And it's like who my friends went through, they didn't get laid off, but they went through layoffs and can feel that weird energy because I'm an empath. Yesterday, I pretty much vibrated all day, just not in the headspace, but I can hear Carrie Ann in my back of my head going, well, where are they? They made me come on when I was sitting there already. So it's going to be very bizarre day today. Um, oh yeah, the one thing I'll look for it. Oh, thank you. It's about this wide and this long. The the piece that holds it in finally fell out because the piece would fall out itself. And now I looked at it and it's a whole thing and it's like you can't replace that. So I'm gonna have to think of bright new ideas to cover because it covers like 3/4 of the back of my hatch. And then I have the pulley thing for it, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like Velcro like a piece of plaque on it. Um, I like good vibes. Um, so yeah, it'll just be more good Guyver, Godiva. I was gonna say Godiva. So to have more people go, oh, that's really ingenious. Thank you. Yes, I know. Velcro, Velcro save the world. So I was looking or was watching something. Of course, now my brain is completely history. Oh, that actually, nope, I was on the right one. Let's see. Gotta look this up. Uh, Oh, that's interesting. Not actually, it'd be my history. Let me, uh, because I was watching it last night and then this morning. Yes, I know. Everybody lives within 4 miles of each other on the island. uh, Let me see. I was watching. It's amazing how many things you go through in the morning. Oh, and then I started watching the Diddy stuff. I hadn't touched it with a 10-foot pole, and it was like I watched 2 or 3 videos and went, I'm done. I thought I'd be interested in it. Nope. Where is it? It was, let's see. How sympathetic. Thank you, big giant head. My big giant head is coming tonight to hang out with me for the next couple of days. And then we'll see if the anxiety was because nobody was here, or was the anxiety because Papa Cat's not here, or was the anxiety because the house was a mess, my version of a mess, which is, it needs to be vacuumed, or whatever, because it was major anxiety. Uh, Pop in for a few. How the heck are you? I actually wrapped my leg today because I'm ticked. Of course, since I overworked myself yesterday trying to get the house clean, um, today I woke up, my leg was like, F you, have a nice day. And so I went, fine, I'm gonna wrap you. So I wrapped the leg today. And all it does is put pressure on it so it doesn't hurt as much. I'm getting used to the pain again, which I lived with for 30 years. When I got whiplash, my back never healed. It's like my chiropractor. Anybody says anything about chiropractors, I'm gonna tell them they're wrong, because my chiropractor actually got my back to stop hurting after all this time. It took her about a year, but it's like I got used to not being in pain. And she said now that the reason it's bothering me so much is because I'm not used to being in pain. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not. So that's the problem with it. Once I get used to it again, tendons take forever. Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back. Yep, to the same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names of the names have all changed since you've hung around, but those dreams have remained. I can't remember the next part of that song. Bizarre. Um, I've been in a small chat a few years ago, and I realized there was somebody else there from my little California town. Yeah, Heather's in Northern. Well, Heather and I technically are both in Northern. Um, you're from Central, right? Now? And then everybody's in LA, and when everybody comes here, they're like, "Oh, do you know this, that, or the other that did that yesterday?" And it was like, "No, no, I'm from Northern California, not Southern California." So, um, Tulare County, yes. Between the Oranges and Foothills, yes. Well, you did hear it when I tweaked my knee. Yeah, that's pretty much a normal one. Um, Horseshack never visited Brooklyn. I'm not surprised. Um, yeah, there's at least one of those like eeks a day. It's when I do it more than once. Um, so yeah, I'm probably gonna finally have to go to physical therapy because it's not as painful as it was before, but it's taking way too damn long, and I'm tired of sitting around the house not doing a lot of stuff. And considering that, like I said, for me, the house was messed up, I had to vacuum and sweep and clean this and clean that and do this and do that because the brother's coming over tonight. The slob, total slob. And he's coming over and I'm cleaning the house. So yeah, today feels like the first time you exercise or the first time you work out ever, since the last time you got into fitness. That's what today feels like. So where is it? Okay, I'm gonna have to look on my subscriptions. Let's see. Because I can't remember his name. I can't remember anybody's name. I can remember your pet. I did get Lola today. Got the nails done. And I got the owner's teacup terrier all over me, which helped so much. It's amazing how you don't realize how much something. And I was actually walking in up to the door going, "Let Lola be here, let Lola be here." And yes, she is named after the showgirl. And she was, and her owner was out doing something. I get close to my friend, they all turned into my friends. So she was running out doing something, and I had Lola on my lap for like 15 minutes, and I'm scruffing her cheeks. I'm scratching. It was like, okay, so dogs like the same thing that cats do. So she sat with me for a while, and that was nice. So I can't find this here. It's the Xenu guy in Clearwater. What the heck is his name? So yeah, I'm late because I had to get up here to turn stuff on because I was looking for the boot and driving and then coming home. The weird thing though, and I wonder, I told the WhatsApp, so the commune got it. There were two kids giggling their heads off when I was coming back from the mailbox. I wonder if they took it and like hid it. I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, because it's nowhere. That's weird. Let's see. And I left around noon, so it's not like I think I said this morning, but well, where is it? Oh, thank you, Rib Daddy. Bye, Heather. Okay, you'll be in and out today. Okay. Let's see. Uh, thank you. Yes, hit the like button today. I'm Canadian in spirit. The power of Diefenbacher compels me. Oh, my spidey senses are telling me not to mention tens machines because I have nothing to do with medical profession, so I'm saying nothing. Does that mean I'm saying everything? Yes and no. And saw my mother put on one. No, thank you. And that's just because the classic, why isn't this fixing everything fast? I'd be one of those people. So you actually are working against fixing something. So yeah, no, I don't have the frame of mind to have a tense machine. So hi, DJ Stacks. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Am I the only Canadian in the chat? Yep, probably today. Unless Scooter Mom shows up. At least the threat of he who must not be named stomping around my land has disappeared. What, do you have Elvis? Tens units have been around for a while, but they aren't for everyone. Yeah, no, that's why I said I don't have the headset for or the frame of mind for it. My mom didn't either. And this was, God, 25, 30 years ago. So they explained to her if you don't have the head for it, it won't work. So, because it's amazing how much your brain can actually control your body. So she wasn't into it. And they said if you keep having that sort of point of view, it's not going to work. So she did for 6 weeks and it didn't work. So I don't take it for granted that things work for some people and don't work for others. I very much believe that. Xenu TV, that's who it was. Osa Hunter and Prey. I saw that one, but I didn't see his moniker on it. That's the one I was watching yesterday. Very interesting. So, oh, aren't they supposed to be on today? Canadian known as Two Gun Cohen ended up being an advisor to Sun Yat-sen and Chiang Kai-shek. Ooh, interesting. See, I knew this would help. Um, I got Teacup Terrier for an hour. Um, because of course Lola loves me and the pets, right? So Lola sat on my lap for half the time and then had to put her down when they were going to put her on the floor once the dust was going to start flying. So she brings her in for me, which is really sweet. Let's see, the Clearwater thing. Who would have Clearwater up right now? Let's see. Because isn't it today at 6? We're looking. Oh, and one old Tifa thing. Have you noticed that the press Barbie or communist Barbie or propaganda Barbie doesn't wear her cross anymore? A friend of mine wanted to, she loves my Tiffany rosary because you never know. And she finally got one that she could wear around her neck. And I know she had been to the Vatican. She's a new Catholic to get married. And she was like, I'm gonna wear the other one around my neck. I went, did the Pope bless that one? She's like, yeah, that's the one I talk about. I go, you can't wear that around your neck. And then I'm like, who am I to talk? Why is it ex-Catholics can actually talk the talk, but they don't believe in it? I have no freaking clue. So, Birdie, she's downstairs asleep in one of the satellite dishes. Abs was above her on the table in a satellite dish. So they both looked at me like, hi, mom, big deal. They didn't leave me last night though, because I was downstairs most of the night and they were just like hanging out with me. Abby was slightly nervous, so I seriously think she's my doppelganger. So she finally went into her box. Um, one of these days we'll make the big version of it, but it's a cardboard like cat tree sort of thing you put together. And there's one cat tree that's or one piece of it that's double, and you can go in and out through the big holes, and then it has like hidey space with some like air holes on the top of it. And she likes doing that. And it's right in front of me where I sit. So she was there a while last night. So they were watching me, but not trying to admit it. He has a poor cousin, three slick Sammy. My God. Smash the like button. Yes, thank you. Hi, little brother. Uh, Abby. Yes, now we have Abby. What was I looking for? Must have not have been important. Oh, Clearwater. Let's see if we can put him under live. Because I know Aaron said he wanted to do it. So if it doesn't pop up here. Oh, I haven't checked on No Face and saw how his kittens are doing. I'm sure they're doing fine. He's a big fluffy kitty daddy, that's for sure. Ooh, pandas. For those who get completely distracted. Okay. Oh, time support. Fine. Ah, look at the panda. Isn't he awesome? So yes, we have pandas. I haven't checked on Tammy today though, but I've been puttering, I guess, this morning. Give me some of that bamboo. I'm sorry. I am just all over the place. But at least I'm feeling better, so that's a good thing. Go forth and sin no more and listen to some Thelonious Monk. I actually was singing in the car. I haven't sang in a long time because I've been listening to Scientology on the way in, because I used to sing on the way into the org to relax. And I haven't been doing it, so I need to start doing it again. I probably have to sing around the house, my poor neighbors, to relax because it helped a little bit. I just wish I knew where that boot piece went. That's so weird. And yeah, it figures I would lose something after we decided to keep the car. And it was only one piece, so now I'm missing the boot piece. Oh yeah, and if the brother is lurking, I parked outside so you could park your car outside so I can bring mine into the garage. The one thing everybody always complains about, the one thing everybody does, I am doing it today. Don't you love that? It's like, well, if you guys are going to be hypocrites, I'm going to be a hypocrite too. Oh, what? Come on, Miss Thing, come here. Thank you, Fuzz, for putting up no faces link. She's yowling in the hallway. Bird, bird. Think I have to change the feel away dispensers. We were on like automatic shipment. We got a backup of them. We aren't sure if it really works or not, but we've been doing it forever. So, bird, bird, come here, Missy. Papa Cat's not here. I think she's not enjoying it either because, he's, she is his favorite cat. That was the bummer though. You always think when you're young that everything is like pure white. And the first time I saw pandas that were dirty, I was upset. It's like probably 8 or 9. And it was like, how can they get dirty? That's not fair. Hello, missing. What? What, little one? Oh, she's just looking around in here. Yes, there's one thing different. I got an extra light, so I don't have to use the little ones right now. And yes, I am checking my phone all the time to see if somebody finds it. Oh, and the BFF isn't mad anymore. Yay! Or upset. She sent me a picture of Robert Smith, the Four Lanes and a Happy World Goth Day. Robert Smith has driven me nuts since the day I started listening freaking um New Wave. Ugh. That panda is huge. They're all huge. All of see, there's another one hidden back there somewhere. You see the paw eating? Yeah. See, look at that puppy. Pandas are huge. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes they don't like really do live. They do like live replay. Bird, bird, birdie, lady bird. Sorry, howling. So yeah, look, that other one is bigger. So the one there that we can see directly is probably a teenager. So I was listening to NMKIS by Ganja Girl. It took 3 goes, but not too shabby. Hmm. I was actually listening to Public Enemy when I was driving in, which I think is hilarious. Sometimes it's like, look at the goth girl slamming, Public Enemy and all over and really loud because the bass on my car is awesome. So I can't remember what I was listening to. Shut Up, I think it's called. Um, so yeah, hood music, which I've called that forever, sometimes help because, from the hood. So, oh, no, I can't talk about that. That's old Tifa. Cult Awareness Network. I didn't know that was started by Leo Ryan's daughter. That's annoying that they came in and took it and ran. So yeah, Xenu TV, what that was part of the thing talking about um oh my God. talking about them killing cult awareness network when you've had too much bamboo. Couldn't help it. Hi, Dove. Sorry, I'm just mesmerized by this drunken panda here. Ah, no more kids in Scientology. Okay. Yeah, I was never an acronym person. That's why I think it's hilarious nowadays that everything is an acronym. The only one that I've really like picked up and run with is BC, and that's not even an acronym. So this panda has a problem with cleaning. Yeah, they're just sort of replaying things. Professor Ka Khan. Hi, Foggy. Can I call you Foggy? Everybody does. Or should it be Brainy or just Clubby? Foggy. Everybody calls me Foggy, which is real cute when someone like Cheryl yells, "Hey, Foggy!" I love it. So yeah, the only thing we ask is that you stay compassionate. Oh, and all current international students are being executive ordered to transfer out of Harvard by the guy who couldn't buy his way into Harvard. Considering his sister did all of his papers. Um, so yeah, it was like I was doing my laundry or decatting the laundry still. Um, and listening to Z News, and it was like he was talking about Cult Action Network. And he said Leo Ryan's daughter, and I'm like, "Arr?" Because Leo Ryan was the one who was killed on the airstrip, the famous video you see of the Jonestown guys coming in a flatbed truck, and the camera goes to the side because the cameraman was rolling. So he unfortunately was unalived, and they did that to Leo Ryan, and this is where Barbara Boxer was wounded. Um, I think it's Barbara Boxer. Told you, brain is just out for lunch today. I'm always getting it backwards. That's why I'm looking. Yeah, Barbara Boxer. Um, he's 84 now. Wow. So, the Frank Oliver interview rebroadcast yesterday. Was that the one I was watching? I was watching a uh Xenu TV had one that was did I just mess it up again? Xenu TV. What are they on? Sorry. People complain when people do this too, and I can't help it. It's like, what is he on? It's like bamboo makes him higher or something. Ryan's daughters, yeah. Ryan's daughters started Cult Awareness Network, yes, and Scientology took it because they weren't happy that she was doing things against them. So they did what they do to other places like that. I barely remember Cult Awareness Network. Um, because that was probably when I was a teenager and I really wasn't um watching a lot of news for me at the time. Sorry. I'm writing something for old Tifa later. Yeah, we're supposed to have notes. I didn't have them 2 weeks ago. Carrie Ann didn't have them last week, so this week we'll probably both have them, which is good because we do 2 hours. Um, So yeah, I barely remember it, and you figure I would have known, but I was a teenager and distracted by the world being messed up. It's the 80s, and that's why we have Old Tifa. We'll be on at 7 o'clock tonight because the Gen Xers are the one who really should be responsible for blowing all this crap up because we didn't do a damn thing. We were too busy being into Wall Street and the Breakfast Club, and we had just gotten out of the Cold War. So, and Clinton came in then, and why should we care? This is why we should have cared. So that's why Old Tifa exists. So, so unbelievably sinister what they did to CAN. Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Um, but we were probably Jonestown fatigued. I mean, here. Um, I would get it's like when back in the days when you couldn't say NAZI without feeling weird. Um, and I'm desensitized to it, but I had to desensitize myself about Jonestown, so I had to explain why I'm here. And Jonestown is the reason I'm here. Um, watching it on TV and having people from here and having the church in San Francisco and having the memorial in Oakland, because he wasn't stupid. A lot of poor black people, Social Security black people, is what he took with him down to Jonestown. And one of the survivors was an older lady who hid underneath her bed when they were sweeping the dorms. So they didn't think to look under the bed, and that's how she survived. Um, so it's like the Bay Area got oversaturated with it, and I was a news freak as a kid, so I got to watch it. And then I found Scientology and went, oh, yes, this needs help. So that's how I wound up here. SIO has the most effective, I think that was a brain thing, wasn't it? Amoral attorneys, that get results. I know it's creepy, isn't it? I cannot understand what do you do? Sell your soul? I don't know. There's a special place in the implant station for those attorneys. Yep. Ah, to achieve a doctorate certificate, one only needs to attend 35 lectures at Scientology. Bag, eh? Well, I still want the books, but I don't want to pay for them. People aren't stupid, so when I first started looking at the set, the ones Chris Gale talks about, Chris Gale? Liz Gale talks about, she has the whole set. And the first time I went to go look, the set was like three or $400, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. Really wasn't at the time, and now it's like $3,000 or $4,000. Um, I would love to be able to get them and scan them. I have a book scanner. I I kicked, but it'll still work. So it's like I would love to get the copies so I could scan them and put them somewhere. It's like there are places easily where you can put them that nobody's going to find them. I have friends who can do that for me. So I was like trying to think of a way to ask Liz Gale if I could borrow the books so I could scan them and then send them back to her. So because I want to read them. I want to see what they're like. And I would love older editions because they haven't been sullied by Miscavige because of course he changed a lot of things when he came in, especially the fundraising aspect because Elron wasn't into it. So he said you don't fundraise and that's all Miscavige does is fundraise. So it's like I would love to be able to do that. Prescriptions abound, but if all doctors are benevolent, can someone explain Dr. Harold Shipman? One of my first doctors as an adult was a doctor without borders, so he would be gone for 3 months out of the year to go do that. I scared the bejesus out of him. It was so funny. It was something about the goth girl. I don't know, but I scared the living bejesus out of him. I got his PA as my doctor. She was wonderful, but she finally barked it out one day that that um my doctor was afraid of me. And I'm like, oh my God, I felt so bad because I totally admire this man because he went 3 months out of every year to go do Doctors Without Borders. It was hilarious. So it's like, okay, I understand that I can intimidate people, but that's cool. I don't know. First, they have explained Dr. Minkoff. Yes, at Nebulous Triple One. I gave Kay a Rebecca Minkoff purse that I had. It wasn't that interesting. I thought she was a good sport. You can sell it, hun, or get rid of it. Actually, you can't sell them. They're not selling for crap on the Real right now. It was like a sling, but it was like silver nylon, and I was like, well, no wonder I never wore it. I sent it to Carrie Ann, and it was like she didn't seem too excited about it either. And I forgot to say, just go ahead and give it to somebody. Give it to a high school kid. Give it to number four. They might like it. Um, so it was just like, wow, that was really unimpressive. But if you go on the realreal.com, they sell designer secondhand. Her purses are going for nothing, and they're good purses themselves. And my sort of mantra is I'll buy it secondhand because I'm not the one who like had it done. And that's why I have a few fur coats, and I have a cheetah coat that I found at our antique fair that happens every month. And I have to go get it, like, not refurbished, but I have to go get it serviced. I have to look that up. So, um, it was one thing my mother wanted her whole life was a cheetah coat, which I thought was weird in the 80s because I'm like, you'd kill a cheetah to have a coat? That's creepy. So, and I'm the one who winds up, sorry, I don't know who this is. That's not my doctor. Oh, you know what I got? I got a fake call. It said it was from a doctor, and the missed call itself is a completely different name. That's interesting. Is that the new scam? So everybody watch out. I got a call. It said Dr. So and so from the city, from Oakland. And I was like, okay, maybe it's the PT doctor or something. And I, um, just sent it to voicemail. And the name comes out something completely different. Oh, Julio Lamprera Montenegro. So is that the latest thing? Is the hack you hack a doctor's phone number so you can make scam calls? So let's see. Hi, Bridge. How are you? Fuzzy, they drove Can into bankruptcy with legal defense. Yeah, they could not pay. A SIO front group brought the assets for $1. Yep. And then they took over the phone lines. They whitewashed SIO. Yeah, that's what they do. They've done it to a couple of other people where they finally get what they wanted and then they don't change the name and run as that company and change the whole outlook on it. So that's why I was bummed about Cult Awareness Network. So, because, sometimes you think it's like, well, what does his family do? Because there's a park named after him in San Mateo because that's where he was um, from. And stuff like that. And so yeah, it's like Scientology runs or not Scientology, um Jonestown runs completely rampant in the Bay Area because of what happened. And hi, Lupita. And it's like one of those things. You mention Jonestown in the Bay Area and people immediately get that face, um because they know of it. And even transplants know of Jonestown because we talk about it. Actually, it was a real, ooh, that's weird. I had a doctor's name, but it had a different name on it. It's my real doctor, or not my real doctor, but my doctor in the conglomerate telling me that my doctor is not going to be here. I have to get my physical. Yeah. and I get yelled at again for not going to get uh, the colonoscopy. I almost got it once, and then I took my BFF to get it done, and oh, afterwards, and it's something Papa Cat has to do because unfortunately his father passed away from um I think Biden's got prostate cancer. So I'm just what am I afraid? Colonoscopies. That's what I'm afraid of because Scientology likes to ask, "What are you afraid of?" And it's the beginning of the new TV. He does what he has a jingle that says, "What are you afraid, Mark?" Um, so it's like, hmm, what am I afraid of? Well, the other day it was liquid eyeliner, which I'm going to make my face up tonight. I wonder if LRH ever commented on Jonestown. By 78. I doubt it because you figure there'd be something out about it somewhere. Or even in passing, somebody would have mentioned it. And since I've got the total like ears pop up when I hear Jonestown, um, one of my pills got stuck in my throat. I would have heard about it until now or by now. So some of us were at Hubbard's secret headquarters when the Jonestown massacre occurred. We all wrote letters to our families saying we were fine, but also not revealing we were actually in La Quinta. Ah, okay. And Fuzz asks you were required to do that. So you're an ex. Awesome. Yeah, it's don't engage unless you're absolutely certain who it is. Watch out, there are scammers about. Yes. That's why so 1001, the doctor actually was using a phone from the foundation that was registered probably under like the executive assistant that um made the account up for that branch. You'd be surprised being an executive assistant. Uh that was like my main job. You'd be surprised what companies are not like caught up with technology. So it probably isn't under the whole hospital yet. They're registered as a business and didn't want to wait, so they did it under their name and they went, okay, stuff like that. I used to like have the weirdest things going on sometimes. So being an executive assistant, and since my boss loved the fact that I would tell lawyers to sit down and shut up, he loved it. Um, so yeah. Um, I think if we would have been a little bit more aware of Cult Awareness Network, but then again, like I said, we all could have been Jonestowned out in the 80s. Like I said, I really wasn't even comfortable talking about it till 10, 15 years ago. So you see the video. The one thing I did notice though is that when they show the people in Jonestown themselves who unaliven themselves, they now cut it down. It used to be a bigger picture that was the picture of two people face down, and then can't remember what the other two people are like because you always looked at the face down people because she was wearing like faded jeans. So it always sticks in your head. And they've trimmed it down now so you don't see them. You only see a certain part. Um, so that's why it's like so they're cleaning up the videos that they have because they're just not in style anymore or something like that, or they want to be um more compassionate about it. But the problem is that with something like Jonestown, you need to show these people what these people did. So, because that is something that can be used. If you look at Heaven's Gate, they're covered, they're in bunk beds. It's very like um homogenized. It's very clean. Jonestown was dirty as all get out, and Waco burned down. So it's like showing Jonestown's a good thing. Sort of like how they show the crime scenes from Manson. It's like these are things that need to be hit, need to be showed because people need to understand these things are bad. So I can understand why they've trimmed them down and why they don't show what they used to, but showing what you used to, and oh my God, you should have been in the Bay Area when it happened. The news showed everything. They showed the Leo Ryan video constantly. They showed what happened in Jonestown constantly. It was so strange. It's strange listening to Walter Cronkite talk about Jonestown. So it's we know cults here, unfortunately. And that's been the motivation for Scientology and me. It's like, no, I don't want this to happen again. Even though, oh, well, we'll never do that. Yeah, right. Nobody's ever done that. And then you have someone like Heaven's Gate. So, which were only like, what, 12 people, but they got massive coverage because it was a cult. So, very interesting, Professor Khan. Thank you for sharing. That's what Fuzz said. Hubbard didn't have Kool-Aid, but he did have cools. I know. With all the rewrites that have been done to the books, you figure uh Bufu would by now have that written out so they wouldn't smoke anymore because it's like smoking keeps the thetans in or gets the thetans out. And it's like, yeah, so you're going to be losing people to cancer. I wonder how many of your people have cancer because, they smoke a pack a day and hell, even 5 cigarettes a day. And, they're not talking about it till it's too late. Like Kirstie Alley, look at Travolta's wife. They didn't say they had cancer until they were really, really sick. So, because they didn't go to the doctor. So it's so weird. Miscavige is jonesing for a town. I know. Somebody said that about Clearwater. I think it was, no, actually, it was the one Xenu TV was showing yesterday. Um, that he wants his own sleepy little town. And that's what Coldwater is going to be. The weird part, though, is that he doesn't let his people out. And this is all my opinion. This is all fact unless it's proven. This is all fiction unless it's proven fact. So, this is all my opinion. Um, that he wants a town. But what is he doing? He doesn't send these people out. You figure with the bits and pieces he has of Clearwater, he could sort of like intimidate people to stay out of the areas and have them the people go around, but he's so weirdly sadistic that even though he has it, he's not letting anybody use it. That's that's just, complete weird hello, completely different thinking. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of things. I'm way too passionate for myself. Um I really needed you today, Adam. That's what Fuzz said. Like I said, I came on here because we made Carrie Ann come on yesterday, and I'm glad I did because even total freeform today, I'm talking a lot more about Scientology than I expected. Fuzzy pink handcuffs, and I appear happy, Adam said. Hi, hi, back for good now. How's everyone today? Doing a lot better. I lost a piece of my car that can't be replaced because I can't replace things in my car, but it was on the inside of my car, not outside. So it isn't a major problem, but it's annoying. So now I have to keep an eye out for junker, which people aren't stupid. I'm sure junker pieces of my car are going for an outrageous amount. So, they all say they won't do that, but end up doing that. Yes. He's not a nice Guyana. Oh my God, Adam. I read it too. Ah, ah, big giant head. Um, yeah, I know. They all say they're not going to do that, and they definitely wind up doing it. So that's why it's like I don't trust anything that gets uh labeled a cult. That's why I don't trust this government because it is. This man keeps destroying the government when people are buying it. So it's like anything that's a cult just makes me immediately just like pat back up. This needs to be taken care of. So, okay, I did tubing on the river today. What fun. Yay, good vibes. That's cool. Hope it wasn't a river like RFK Jr. went in. I want to know how his family's doing. I seriously do. I mean, they can't be doing great because he would have been showing them off. So that would have been fun having gotten sick from that river. Um, are we doing Old Tifa today? Yes, at 7 o'clock. I may have to run out of the house for 5 minutes, but I'm sure Carrie Ann could, no, yes. I'm sure she can handle it for 5 minutes because I have a feeling that the brother is coming during that. And I've taken a parking space out in the common and I have to move the car. So I think Good Vibes wants us to do it tonight. I do have notes for that. That's the thing. I have notes for that, but I didn't even think about last night. Duh. I need to start taking notes when I'm watching Xenu TV because I'm watching a lot more of them. It's really interesting. You should watch. Um, so that was the thing. I was also unprepared for today at all, but I have notes for Old Tifa. Adam and Friends, the Commodore always had two messengers with him. One with a pack of cool unfiltered shorts, a lighter, and an ashtray. Saya can't unsee. Shelley Barnett Miscavige squatted by him. Creepy. Thanks. I know. It needs to be said though. That's the thing. Stuff like that needs to be said no matter how much it makes you uncomfortable because it's also fighting what's going on in the country at the same time in a bizarre way. So I do watch replays starting at 10. Okay. We got to remember to do a shout out for you, even though you're not going to be here. I need a different color. I put shout out to you in my notes. So these are my notes. And that's why it had to be a different color. Because, yes, I can't do it on white, on, was it black ink on white paper? That's just way too easy for me. So, yes, I will try not to do my makeup like a cadaver. I realized what I did that one time when I looked like a goth girl. I had been doing my makeup in bright white light. That's why. So, Fuzz, look at me for being all responsible and taking notes. Fuzz. Adam said, Professor, that ashtray didn't require TRs. It was a past life, Claire. Oh my God. Yeah, that's my question because Aaron said that there were Jesuses. So did Natalie. There were Jesuses. It's like, how can you have more than one Jesus? There's like a bunch of well-known history people, and it's like, well, if you're gonna find uh if you're gonna find a past life, wouldn't you find like a past life of, Glenn or something instead of everybody can't be Jesus or Elvis or, whatever. It's like it should be just one. It'll be all cold reacts for me today. I've not made a list. Okay. I'll watch more of Giant Balloon after this. And because weirdly enough, I'm becoming desensitized. We're becoming the thing that we're fearing the most is we're becoming desensitized. And we have to get back on the horse again. Get back on the roller coaster. Get back on your skates. Because being desensitized is very dangerous. So I'll make sure I make more notes. Hubbard wanted to be Princess Margaret in the worst way. Proud. What's her name? Is my favorite Princess Margaret on the planet. Oh my God, she's awesome. I can't remember. She's a three namer. Um, when she's like middle aged, freaking love her like that. I'm number one. Yes, Faz, you're always number one. Actually, you are because I usually don't say anything now until I see you say hi, and then I'm like, okay, people are here. In my past life, I was a seance debunker. Oh my God. And yes, the empath came out big time today because I was getting my nails done. I usually talk to my manicurist the whole time. It's like we're friends, blah blah blah. And she just wasn't, she was late, but she had to go do something. She came back, she didn't seem to let go of the stress. And I finally asked her at one point, I'm like, what's wrong? Tell me, you know I'm an empath. And she was like, she said damn, and she told me what it was. She was just, stressed out about one of her friends. And it was like, okay. And she goes, do you have this problem? I said, I have this problem everywhere. It's impossible to say nothing's wrong around me if I'm paying attention to you. It's always been that way. So Helena Bonham Carter, yes, that woman rocked as Princess Margaret. I loved it. Aleister Crowley liked being a number. I like being 667. I'm neighbor of the beast. Actually, no, we figured that out. It wasn't 667 because that'd be across the street. It'd be 668. I would be neighbor of the beast. So I am trying to remember the OTO stuff. I mean, it's completely gone. Um, I have a feeling I got hypnotized. And yes, I'm easily hypnotized. Pain in the butt that is. Only if I know I'm being, or only if I'm like making direct in the con. So I have a feeling that maybe the ex-boyfriend, because he was in the OTO. And he, I think, is the one who took my certificate. So I have a feeling he, hypnotized me. So I don't remember anything. I remember very small bits and pieces of when I was in it. Like I said, I do remember why I left, but there's a lot of stuff I don't remember in between all of that. So she very good related to Prime Minister too, I think. Really, that would be neat. I know she was dating, living, has children by what's his name? 227 Sandra. Ah, let's see. Why did it I have reminders on here, so it could have went off because I haven't listened to my voicemail. Or it's time to drink water. No. And this is a weird thing. Yesterday I was at the org. Yesterday I got my hair done. Yesterday I did everything. And yesterday's step number was only like maybe 2000. I don't feel like I've done a ton of things today and my step number is 3300. Um I belong to something that adjusts for my steps. What is it? My Samsung Health. And um so my steps are weird that I have more today when I've done less. So it does, I cheat and it shows me when I'm decatting. It does like every like second or third as a step, which is really fun when I want to cheat. But I did decatting yesterday and it still just didn't go up there. So I don't know. Maybe I went around the commune a couple of times to see if I could find the boot cover. So I don't know, maybe if it like GPS'd me because, I've got at least one thing on here that GPS's me. Um, so what? Okay, 227 Center of the Beast. Ooh, Mary. Huh? And I gotta stop doing that. Oh my God. I noticed it's definitely becoming a habit when I don't need it to. If I need it to be bigger, I could just expand it. Ugh. So, yeah, so my step count is being weird. It could be from going up and down the stairs a lot, which my leg is not amused. The last set of stairs coming from two to three, I've had to do one at a time. So I have a step counter, but I love it like my natural count. I have three step counters on here. I've got my Aura, because I've got the Aura ring, which one of the cattery people noticed the other day. He was like, and I went, yeah, doctor wanted me to get one. I got one. It keeps track of things. That way she can like tell me, send it to me. It's so funny. She's like easily half my age and she's like totally like mom doctor on me. So, what do you want to talk about tonight? Anything specific? Um, I guess the budget, I have to watch stuff for that because that's what the BFF was completely freaking out about today. Um, which doesn't help me not freaking out either because I guess they're gonna, I have to go look and see if they're gonna, ding disability too. So, because she's on disability. So it can't be, and for anxiety, isn't that horrible? She's got it so freaking bad that mine doesn't even match hers and mine is horrible. So, I have to go look and see if that's what the big beautiful bull was about. So I guess that. So the orange guy, uh, we can talk about propaganda Barbie. We can talk about the other people that don't qualify to be in their position. Ah, that one. You can go look up the I can't remember who it was. It's not known, but I think it was partly her, but the other one, the other Barbie who like couldn't answer questions in Senate hearings. So that one's easy to look up. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we'll bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune into turn it to a whisper. Am I doing this too much? I am, aren't I? I can't help it. At least I'm not like flailing. Papa Cat told me I was talking with my hands a lot, so I'm trying not to because I don't want it to become a habit. Because if it's a habit, when I finally get back to the org on my own, I will probably still do it. So it's not like I'm super self-aware of it. I just don't want it to become a habit. And considering I'm still reading that habit book, which is more like a JAMA article than like an information handbook or information book, it's really like informative. So sounds like the outer E org limits. Ah, Adam, did you get the book? Ah, she sent you a book. Talking with your hounds is increasing your step count. Everyone has to watch on. It does it on my phone. So that's probably why I've had my phone in my pocket a lot today. So it's probably why it's doing it. But I was going to remember to do it when I left. And then I was like, forget it. If I have my watch on, I don't get the hand rub. I love the hand massage. Oh my God. She does it so well. So of course I got my hand massage today. So I had, uh, teacup terrier hand massage, pretty cool color, except I lost my boot. Well, part of the boot. So the Biden book, no, I can't bear it. Oh, well, Jimmy Kimmel canceled his show because he didn't want to have Jake Tapper on. He canceled it for that night so he wouldn't have to deal with him. I know. It's like, what does Jake Tapper feel like right now? Because he just got usurped by Biden really big time because I guess it's a book about his mental deficiencies or something. And he's touring it right now. And Biden just said he had cancer. So talk about FU Tapper. E will control the horizontal, we will control the vertical. You can roll the image, make it fuller, flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. Oh, we can also talk about, I saw something about Duolingo said they were going completely AI and people started deleting the account. I'm sorry, but you can tell AI. There are so many AI videos out there nowadays, and you know how you can tell? Inflection and pronunciation. It doesn't inflect and it inflects lesser than like my accent, the Midwestern um newscaster accent, but then it comes up with when it's trying to pronounce a name and it completely blows it. So country, person, car, everything else it sounds completely weird and it's like, hey, I click, I change. I change it immediately. I'm just like, I'm not watching AI programs because my brain catches a mispronunciation immediately. And it's like, okay, so AI isn't going to be working for a lot of people because the view counts are going down on things that weren't AI before. So you can't rely on AI to do your uh, YouTube for you. It doesn't work. I am Italian. Ah, actually, I think Portuguese do this too, and I got a lot of Portuguese. So for the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You're about to participate in a great adventure. All I can think of is the apple going off the cliff. And yes, I saw it on the Super Bowl when I was younger. So, yeah, Jay Towers also rat fink. Yeah, he is because I thought he was on our side. When he started drifting to the other side, I was like, holy crap, little shit. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, he's a rat fink too. Completely devoid of emotional intelligence. Mary Charo, that's probably a lot easier to do because it's programmed. You can program her to be that. But when you are listening, one of the Diddy videos I was watching yesterday, or not Diddy, I'm sorry, Blake, because Blake's my guilty pleasure. One of the Blake videos, they pronounced Friedman's name wrong, and I went, and I went, holy crap, it's AI, click. It's like, no, AI does not need to be 100% involved because, and oh God, there was an AI video I was watching earlier. Um, but it wasn't by traditional, it might have been Bulwark or something. Is that they're not they can't do in like Mandarin and Nepalese because they have so many different meanings to one word. They can't get the inflection right. And it's like, they can't even do American English right. So it's like, yeah, AI may take over the world, but it ain't going to be in the next 10 years, people. That's for sure. So I'm on 108. Okay. So I've done my hour. I've got my clock right in front of me now, but I started late, so I couldn't trust it. Ah, so, okay, I'm done with you for now. Come and see Old Tifa tonight. Me and Carrie Ann will be on for at least an hour. Um, we did an early last week because Carrie Ann wasn't feeling it, and I wasn't feeling it to keep going. So, we want to do at least an hour, two if we're lucky, three if I can like tap dance well enough. So Tapper embargoed important information about Biden being a vegetable. We need to know that. What's his name did it too? Watergate guy. He did it about Trump when he put out his book after Trump left. It was like, you son of a biscuit. You should have like let people know this stuff instead of waiting for it be putting it on a book. Um, and that's why I don't remember his name because I barely watch All the President's Men over and over now, which I used to all the time. So, yes, astroturfing been around. Okay, guys, tonight, Old Tifa at 7 o'clock. I will see you all later. Like, subscribe, membership, spend the rest of it on toothpaste. Supposedly one of the things we need to get right now. Uh, because yeah, I don't need it. Seriously. Bob Warburg, yes. Little scumball. Um, I will see you guys all tonight, okay? Ciao, Bellas.